Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel today. Today we have the finale, race number 6 of the iRacing AI JKR. I don't know what to call the series championship. So we have a 24 point lead, I believe, here over Lauren in the standings, and 32 or 35, something along that line, over Nim in the standings. So those are the two names we have to watch out for, the same as the previous race. Just some quick things to go over. I'll kind of go over what's after this. That'll be at the end of this video. If I have any mic issues, then I apologize. Talked about many times, I don't have a lot of say in how it goes. It's as good as it's going to get, unfortunately, so I hope it's not too much of a detriment to the viewing experience. And as always, if you enjoyed this video, want to support the channel, support what's coming up next after this, and see what else I may post on this channel, make sure you drop a like down below for this video and subscribe so you don't miss any of the action coming up. Alright, so how are we looking here today? Watkins Glen, race 6 of 6. I don't exactly know how it's going to play out. I'm hoping that we're going to be pretty decent here as far as speed, but I don't know that. Do have a velocity time here again as well. Have to use third through there, I think. Alright. Second there through the toe of the boot, I believe that is. I don't remember which end's the toe and which end's the heel. It's got to be very, very careful here. As usual, we use this first Q lap as kind of a gauge, and if I'm happy with it, regardless of where we actually start, we'll take it. If it's a big mess and I mess it up, we'll run our second lap. So, see what we got here. We just need a solid top 10 run will be great. Actually, top 20 will be good enough to get the job done for the world title, or at least the series title. I don't know about world. I don't know if that's the right word. Apparently, we can't go anywhere near flat through there. So here we go, Q lap. Hopefully 1 of 1 coming up right here. So buckle up, folks. We'll just guess on a brake marker for turn 1 and into the bus stop one. So we're at speed now. Good enough. Probably a little bit conservative and shallow there, but good enough. See how we do up the hill here. Hopefully the back end doesn't step out. Stressing that fourth gear all the way to the top of the rev range here. Now the run down towards the bus stop chicane. Just about get the thing stopped and turned in there. Direction change was good. Again, same deal, right out to the top of the rev range. This place stressful on just about every component because you're carrying so much speed for a lot of the lap. Through there pretty nicely, a little bit of a late apex. Just about get the car in there, probably my usually weakest corner on the racetrack. But we made it. Hard brake zone into there. Alright, here we go, folks. See how much we can carry through here. Just a little lift on turn in there, up to fourth gear. Back down to third for the final corner. Just about getting the nose to stick. A little bit of a slide on the front end there, but we'll carry it back to the start finish line. See how we end up here on our lap. Not good. Really very not good. 48 dead, so we're really only about a second off of the front couple cars, but again, we're going to be back in the teens. Just goes to show you how close this field is here. Yeah, just about 1.1 seconds off, and we're something like 17th on the grid, so Lauren up in 4th, that's the most concerning part of this. The rest of this is kind of a meh, whatever. But we'll see. Well, that's that. This is it. Final attempt here. Final race. See how we can do. We just gotta stay especially on the start. We know we're going to be going long run. We know we're going to have a little bit of passing power. We know we're going to have the pit stop advantage now and tires on. So all things to keep in mind. Apparently Tony Gardner's in the Mercedes. I don't think I've seen him a single time here in this whole series until just now. So Sarah's actually behind us. Alright, everything appears to be working normally. Here we go. Get our pace lap underway here. Formation lap, I guess, in sorts. Really get everything nice and up to temp here. Hopefully we can have a nice start, not have to start in the final corner. It's going to be the goal. So yeah, even if we finish right here, we're champions. So if Lauren were to win the race, we just got to finish 24th or better. So well in the hand of that, even with the little bit of an iffy Q lap there by me. So we just got to really stay out of trouble here. Not take too many risks, and I hope we can march through the field a little bit to have a competitive race. We haven't been the most competitive car out here. We probably could go a little less rear wing as well. We saw at Daytona that impacted us, but it paid off at some other tracks. Road America, we were pretty good, even though we didn't have quite the straight line speed that we might want. Road Atlanta, we were just really good, but Spa even as well didn't quite have the straight line speed that would be super advantageous, but it played out very well for us in the race with speed and tire wear and that type of thing. So let's hope that that can be the case here again. It's going to be a crucial part, actually, of all this. So see how we can get on here. God, they take wonky lines through here on the pace lap. Alright, we are back now with the delay here, I guess, starting back with cars in the 20s, so we gotta get caught up here in our correct lane, up next to this blue and yellow McLaren. No, just kidding, we should be here, because he's 16th, we're 17th, so we're a row behind that, so where we're supposed to be. I didn't know, who knows, so decent idea for where our pace should be. I think we can definitely run half a second faster than that, so we should be up, I don't know, let's take a look, half a second off of that. Should be up near around 10th or so, so Tran's up there, where Seabell is, those type of people. So if we can get up into around 10th place, that'll be a solid run. Do some nice passing, a little bit of pit strategy, and we'll see if we can sneak something out at the end here. I don't think we're going to be massively off pace. Sebring, we ended up pretty good, actually. So see how we get on here, and if we can get up and have a shot to make that pit strategy work again and grab a victory late, that would be great, because that means we should really have 5 wins. Of course, the mayhem that was one that we were never really in contention. I threw it away at Road America, but 3 wins out of 5 races so far. That's pretty good. That's not too bad. So, see what we got here today. Of course, if we assume we have 7 more points at Road America, that's a 31-point lead. Then we're really looking nice for the title, but of little consequence here today. So, get ready to rock and roll here. Be all set. Hopefully we can avoid contact and carnage and mayhem and mistakes and everything on these first lap or 2 and find a nice place to run and settle in from there and start picking them off. So we can be a little bit aggressive. I don't really want to have a bunch of restarts and stuff again here, but let's see what we got. So ready to rock and roll off the final corner. Pace car going to dip in right here. We got a nice start there. We're going to go to the middle. Get boxed in, actually. Bit of contact there. We'll back out that one. It's just front to back contact, though. Shouldn't be too big of an issue. I don't think we made any places. We might have gotten one from David Tucker there. Get a nice run here on the Porsche. I had to lift in the aero push. And run out here. See if we can find some space. Not going to be any there. Cut back across. Everybody backs out. That was very strange. So we went middle 3 right there. That was pretty terrifying. So a little bit of front end contact in turn 1, pretty square on the back of the, what was that, McLaren that was in front of us. I don't remember if it was a Lamborghini or McLaren. I think it might have been a Lambo, actually. So a little bit of contact, but we're up, I think, 3 spots here early. So we can kind of stay in the processional here. We should be okay. Got a nice run off of there, actually. Going to go defensive is Tony Gardner in front of us. See if we can turn this one in late. Nice run on corner exit. We can. A little bit of a touch on the fellow Mercedes. Our throttle mapping is going to let us down again there. Can't get the car to go to full throttle. And we have a nice little look. Can't get anything to happen at the time. Actually runs a little bit wide with a slide there, so about to jam on the brakes to avoid running him over. A little bit annoying, but it's alright. So for the most part, we've survived this first lap. They've been third there. The chip hard. Really losing a lot of time here behind this guy. Really got to try and make the most of this here up the hill. Get this job done. Go right around him there, so job done. Hopefully we can get a nice little suck from Jimmy Broadbent up ahead. So up to 12th place already. Good first lap. In a corner, I guess. Lap in a corner. +5, so now the field spread out just a little bit. About 5 seconds already off the lead, but that's okay. That was expected. Lauren's actually grabbed the lead here early, so that's not really what we want to see, but we're still in a pretty safe spot. Our field's good, very racy, very planted. Again, maybe losing some of that straight line speed and Q trim, but still very, very racy for us here in race trim, so it's good to feel confidence in the car, unlike some races we've been to. Rather have that, especially when you're points chasing here today. Still see the leaders up there, so that's very encouraging. Alright, we're caught up to the back. We pulled 3 seconds on Tony Gardner already in his Merc, so obviously holding up some cars behind. Big dive on Jimmy right there, trying to make this pass. A little bit of a slide from his Ford GT. On the outside, the exit of the boot, that's very tricky. A little bit off camber, very slow corner, but we make it stick just barely. Towards the final corner again here, careful not to push understeer there. We do have a nice tow here from Kevin Bobbed up ahead in his Audi. It's good, because we're going to need it up the hill. Decent lap there. Get the car in there a little bit wide. Of course, we are using this legacy Watkins Glen here, not the updated new one with all the runoffs. So when I made this schedule, this is the only one, and a little more punishing, this one, so hopefully it doesn't impact us too terribly much. Okay, I'm going to go defensive here into the bus stop. We're going to think better of that one on the outside there. That was never going to probably end well, so this will be for 10th place if we can grab this spot, though, so gotta hustle still. We have good pace, it seems. We get some frame studded there. Apologies. Already pulled a second back to Jimmy behind us. Almost a big slide there from Kevin. Nice catch, nice save. Audi seems like it's been tricky to handle some of these races already this year. Car feels nice and racy right now. Nice another little tow here. Make that one work around the second to last corner, I guess, of the boot there. A little bit of curb there, might have hurt us slightly. Alright, we gotta get the spot here. Again, holding us up, just going a little defensive. Perfectly within his right, but it does hurt us some on our pace. See if we can pull a similar move that we pulled on Tony on the outside here. And we do, so job done. Nice pass. Seems like we can get into turn 1 pretty well compared to the AI so far. So 2 ahead up there, and that red Merc is Nim Cross. It's a good sign. One of the front runners in the points coming in. So still only about 5 seconds off the lead or so here. Lauren's still leading the way, but I think we have decent pace here. So something to keep in mind. Feel like we're really good under braking. I really do. I like the car set we have, the wing set, might not be the fastest, but it's comfortable and we can drive pretty hard when we have to. So just gotta take care of the tires as always and keep marching. Not use those front tires too much on understeer like that, but we're doing okay still. Jimmy brought in behind us, starting to attack Kevin a little bit. Of course, now up in the 10th place, looking for 9th on Simpson. We had some issues with Simpson the previous race. Not issues, I'd say, but some drama a little bit with Simpson at Watkins Glen. Just about stick to those in there, think better of it. Always there for the opportunity. Little slide on the exit there from us. Top 3 looks like they've broken away just a little bit. But still within sight, so that's good. And we still have a shot here. See what Brian decides to do down the front stretch. We have a pretty nice exit. Not going to go defensive at this time. Can we take a lunge down here? Tried it, couldn't get there, so we bailed out. Now we're going to have that nice toe up the hill towards the bus stop. So, when is the moment? Where do we go? Have a nice run. Can we look to the inside? Yes, we can. He's going to leave us the space. The back out early, so job done there. 9th place now. Nim Cross and the fellow Mercedes is up next behind Hinkle. Nim out a little bit wide there. Can we capitalize here? Is there room down the inside into the boot? There's room. Can we get the pass done though? Nice exit we can. Just force him out just a little bit. So 2 passes in 1 lap here already thus far. Being efficient here. See if we can get through Hinkle. See if we can get a little bit of toe sneak in here. Going very defensive, forcing us all the way on the inside line. This is a bold one. Just about managed to get the car stopped. See if we can get through here. We're going to be side by side on the outside, not where you want to be. Have to let him go here. Nim's going to try to fill that hole. Can't quite do it. Got to fall back in line. This here the battle for 7th now. Trying to back this one up, get a nice exit. We do. Very nice exit indeed. Jump to driver's right. Easy move, so on 7th place. How do we stack up? Just about 7 seconds off the lead. Now we've lost a little bit of time in some of this traffic. Still in decent shape though. We've carved up for the field plus 10 already in the first 5 laps, so still feeling good about it. Just about 10 minutes in, so we've been very efficient. Not worried about it yet. A little bit of an attack there in the entry. Very bold. No problem. A little bit of a train for cars up ahead here. You can still see 4 cars. So front 2, it looks like, have kind of scampered away now. Still see them up in the distance there. 1 and 2, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6 in front of us. Looks like the race leader is still Lauren, opened up about 2 seconds over Dano, Brian Foster. Not too far up ahead here. Drew Adams at 2 in front of us, the front running Merc for the moment. See his blue and white car there. Still making decent pace so far. Of course, we know the long run pace of these Mercs, so he's our biggest threat. If we can hang with him or even get by him, we'll be looking good at the tail end of this race. There have been some weird strategies played in some of these races, so we want to move up as far as we can in the meantime. If we can get closer here in turn 1, get a little bit of a toe. This has been a pretty decent lap. Solid lap there. We definitely want to get the toe here. A little bit wide on the exit. It's okay, just hang on. Maybe just a snip of a toe here from Tran up the hill. It was all over Drew. How much have we cut out that lap? Just a couple tenths, so. Warren still with very good pace out front here. A little bit of a defensive line from Drew. Should help us here to make a couple car lengths. We do indeed make a couple car lengths, so. 2 seconds behind now, a little bit of a gap has opened up, so still on the charge. A little bit of a slide for us there, just managed to rein it in, no problem. And we are now fully in the tow with these cars in front, the 3 right in front of us here. Lauren scoot away just a little bit from, that's not a big issue for the moment. She's opened up actually about 2 plus, almost 2.5 seconds, so. Big dive on the inside of Tran. It was kind of a bonsai. I did not expect him. I wasn't exactly looking in front of me, so. Another spot down, that's up to 6 on kind of a, almost a mistake move there by Tran. I wasn't trying to do a dive like that, but that's how it worked out at the moment. It's fine. Christopher Bell kind of leading this duo that's right in front of us. Hopefully we can get through both these cars in good time. Or similar performance to the Merc here. Or I should say pretty much the exact same performance, other than possibly some wing changes and some setup changes. Aggressive in the turn 1, a little bit of a run wide on exit. Should get a nice pull up the hill, maybe not enough to pass this time, but setting up for the future corners coming up after the bus stop up here. Definitely getting a nice little tow here. Use 6th gear to make sure that we can get the car slowed down for the bus stop. Big time gain, so we must be definitely running more rear wing here. We're right up on top of the other Merc here in Drew. Saw how easily we were actually able to go past Tony Gardner earlier. Just stick the nose out here. Not going to do anything, but by a nice cut back. Try to do the switcheroo. He's going to go defensive again. See if we can get this late turn in here. Get some extra speed built up just a little bit. Probably not this straightaway unless we have another bonsai, but he's going to go defensive anyways. We'll follow him over there for the tow. Pop out there, nothing doing. Again, defensive. Runs a little bit wide actually on his entry. Big slide from me there. Caught a little bit of grass as well, didn't help any. See if we can get him here. Been really very good in turn 1, especially with the attack on here. He's going to chase him all the way to the pit road again. Pull out and get a little bit of tow from hopefully C-Bell. Go around the outside, job done. So beautiful pass there, easy enough, making decent time. Up front, still about 6.5 seconds, but we're definitely reeling just about everybody else in here. So encouraged by the pace for sure. These guys look like they have a little more straight line speed up to the bus stop. Keep an eye on the mirror here for a big dive. Feel good about our race pace, I really do. Feels like the car's aggressive and good in the points that matters. If you can defend on the straightaway, that's great, but they really struggle through some of these corners, so we definitely have the advantage in that regard. Almost run off there. Porsche of C-Bell up next. Pushing, 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 pushing oh so hard here. Trying to make something happen. We drove from 17th to 5th in about 8 and some change laps. It's been a mighty charge thus far. What have we got left? Hopefully we haven't burned through these tires, but I'm here to win. We got nothing to lose except the championship, and that's a long way off. We'll deal with that when we have to deal with that. We are past 1/3 distance here, about 16 minutes in. Front tires just starting to go off. Entry slides. Rear tires, couple of exit slides. We're still doing okay. Still doing okay. We're making just little bits of time here. Still pretty good lap times. Looks like we are very, very good into turn one. See what we got for a tow up the hill here behind Christopher Bell. It's a nice tow up the hill, definitely. Good speed. Aggressive on the entry to the bus stop, use a lot of curb. Thought about going up around the outside, we ended up in the marbles there just slightly. Good exit from the end of the boot there. He's going to go defensive again. Roll out of our way pretty much so. Admitting the pace in our number 64 Mercedes. Through we go up to 4th place. Now we can see the 3 leaders for the podium on our relative. Starting to take time out of them, just little by little. It's been a great race so far, 9.5 solid laps of action. What do we have left in these race tires? Can it be a 17th to 1st effort today? Forget about the pit stop advantage. We know we have that. We know that that's kind of in the cards, I guess. But do we have the pace advantage? Forget about the pit stop advantage. Can we get there? .48.80, best lap for us so far. Best lap. Definitely on the hunt. We are making up good time. Already a 1 second gap back to Seabell behind us. He's got a pretty fast car, but let us go into the boot last lap. Almost down below 5 seconds now. Brent's starting to catch Dana as we're catching the 2 of them. Extremely aggressive entry there. Can't wait till there's no grass there that we can attack on the new version. Said can't wait. Can't wait till I implement it, I should say. Haven't really driven the new version that much. See the rubber line already forming here. About 2 laps from halfway already. Feels like it's flown by this race. Car feels very balanced. I would argue this is the best the car has felt all year, all in. Yellow flag here must have a car stopped. Or at least was slow. Yeah, it looks like there's a car there. It's going to get right in Lauren's way. Oh, it just killed some of her lead right there. Down to less than 3 seconds here. They're all getting stacked up in front of us with the slow car. It's John Hughes and his Bimmer. Oh, almost touched the wall there. I did. That was so close. Pushed out, and now it's a real race for the front 4. Take this dive here on John. Give up a little bit extra time to make sure we get the job done. Alfred leads side by side up the hill. Lauren's going to lose it in the traffic. Maybe in the Ford GT, she's on the right. Dano's McLaren is on the left. Brent's Lambo trying to see where to go. Lauren is going to lose the lead here in the traffic issues. And we have a great big tow down towards all 3 of them. Here we are stalking now for the race lead within 2 seconds. Lauren had the race pretty much in control. That lead, the lead I should say, and literally the lead. Her gap and the lead are both now gone. Mike Berg, I believe, is up in the Lambo up ahead. Is he going to get out of the way of everybody? Looks like he will. Thought there might have been a chance there. There was not. Burns had that covered pretty well. Getting close, getting down to the nitty gritty. Thought about another dive up the inside, couldn't make it happen. 4-car battle for the lead. Now this is what you like, this is what you want. We've already in the first half come from 17th on the grid up to 4th. What else have we got left? Definitely sliding around more now. Good exit. The chase down the front stretch. Hold it as late as I dare. Around the outside again into turn 1, way wide that time. Do manage to get back on track to pick up a little bit of toe. Every bit of toe helps. We know that the 37 car ahead is fast. Check where our fuel level is at the end of this lap. We can just get in there so much deeper with so much more confidence. It's a big deal. It's almost as evident in turn 1 where we can make up a lot of ground on the front stretch. Pushing hard, pushing ever so hard. Is there anywhere to go? Not at this moment. Trying a little bit later turn in there. Try to straighten up this exit. A little defensive from Lauren there, obviously feeling the pressure. You have a nice run on exit. Can we capitalize? We get the overlap. We do. Into the brake zone. I'm in really, really deep. We hold her out. It's tight. It's hip to hip. Everything on the line. Trying to make this pass work around the inside. Can't do it. Drop back in line. Make sure we don't get that understeer. Into the last corner again. We're going to try to get the overlap. We do. Going to run us all the way to the pit wall. Trying to get the car in hard. Gotta leave the space. Side by side up the hill. This is almighty. Still side by side. She's gonna have to lift with the aero push. Brent right on her tail, trying to take 3rd place now as we're released to chase after Dano. Forgot to look at fuel completely. Let's just say it's 13.5 gallons that we need. Put 6.5 in at the pit stop because I have no idea. Too busy battling. This is intense. We'll put 6.5 gallons of fuel in this puppy at our pit stop. But we'll be pitting from 1st, 2nd. Will I bin it and we'll be somewhere else. A little bit deep there out of me. Check fuel is on. Tires are off. Forgot to shift there. 6.5 gallons we need. 6.6 it'll be. Chasing hard, a little bit deep again there, just trying everything I can to get close. Every little bit of toe is going to help us here. An incredible charge thus far. Dana has had car handling issues in the past, notably Road Atlanta. A little bit of traffic up ahead to play with. Greg West and Kim Berry. Peter Inglis on pit road. He's the first one, I believe. Almost in the wall again. Just about touched the fence there, not quite. Playing right on the margins here. Keep the thing on the track just about. Trying so hard to make up time. We're very, very good in the bus stop. We have not gotten away from the 4GT in the mirror at all. Gotta be a little cautious down here to make sure there's no lunge from the 37 mobile. Still 4 cars up at the front in camera shot. Slow car ahead. Car stopped right there. Dave Goslin, he's offline. No yellow flag, which was weird, I guess. Still chasing hard after Dano up ahead. Kim Berry up next in front of him. Another slow car here. Right on the inside of the corner. We're going to try to maximize that around Greg Westby too. He gets held up just a little bit behind Kim. I wanted to take a stab at that there, but didn't have the time or the space. Trying to line up this exit, we do. Flaring a little bit faster. We're going to try to get the overlap. Getting deep again, not going to happen this time, so we'll bail out. A little late apex. Sarah appears to have pitted. Yellow flag here for David Carrillo. Where is he stopped? Oh, right on the apex, that's why. Now we definitely have some left front damage. We ran over the back of Dano right there. Of course, iRacing yellow flags mean nothing, so we're not going to get a penalty for that, but we've done it. We've passed from 17th position on the grid, run all the way up and taken the lead in 15 laps. Whew, I'm about out of breath, so it looks like they're pitting behind us anyways there. But we passed them on back, so job done. We got about 5 laps of fuel left, about another, I don't know, 8 minutes, so we should be able to take it down to about 10 minutes, maybe a little bit less. We can continue to run hard. All the main front runners have come to pit road. A couple of Mercedes, a couple of cars ahead of us there. Mercedes, Sarah and Tony Gardner. Strong should be on the long run. A lot of cars having pit behind us there. Another great battle through all the field, and especially up in that top 4. That's just a classic battle. Alex Saunders with an issue, whereas he stopped. He's over there on driver's right and now towing. Going to run a little bit wide, just about keep it on the track. All right, let's see what the delta is going to be. We know we have the good pace. We know that we have the advantage of not putting tires on the race car at pit stop, but how much is the gap going to be? Should be pretty safe. Shouldn't have to worry about it, but man, what an epic drive. Even if we just are able to coast to this win on our old tires, we did our work in the first half, first chunk, because man, oh man. 16 passes, I don't think we got any of them for free, maybe 1, but I think I made all those passes. We only got 1 on the initial start, so we had to make a lot of solid actual passes. Turn 1 around the outside proved to be good. Made a couple into the boot. A couple up the hill. Good mix, good racing, a lot of fun. Really enjoy racing like that. We just about get to the wall again there. Walk the car in there. We're going to come out right behind Combs. Oh, no, actually right behind Greg Hill. That was Combs next to us. But I saw him there at the last second. Should be able to get through Greg Hill here up the hill. Jokes. I should be able to get this job done pretty easily here. See if he backs out for us. He will. I'm actually in there very, very flat. But we made it. Stevie Reed's battling with Sarah up ahead here. Sarah usually up a top 10 or 15 competitor. Currently right now running in the 20s, but going to grab some spots after the pit stop cycle through. Navigate through these cars as they're both trying to let us go, it looks like. Get through them fairly nicely and smooth, so that's encouraging. Didn't cost us too much time at all there. Has everybody come to pit road besides us? Maybe, except for David Tucker perhaps. It looks like Drew has done the short pit and leapfrogged everybody. Interesting strategies. He's a couple seconds up the road from those other cars. Interesting, he's been the only one that's really made the undercut work in this whole series. I mean, everybody else has seen some people try it. Some people try different overcuts with us. Daytona, obviously, some of the Mercs went with the overcut along with me. I believe both Nim and Drew did. But it's been the undercut that worked at Spa, worked here again today. I believe that was how they got second place at Road Atlanta, so. Yep, Nim has done the same. It looks like up to 5th, perhaps. Lauren, the big loser, down to 7th currently. Running still pretty good lap times here. About 3 laps of fuel left. We'll see how that shakes out. Last thing you want to do, obviously, is run yourself out of fuel in a position like this. David Tucker has pitted. He's up there in front of us, look. He's going to drop back to, what, about 15th or so, wherever he was. Starting to get a little bit slidey on hard turn in into the bus stop there. Not too bad. I don't even think I've used our light flash on any of these cars for the whole series. Haven't even thought about it, but it's okay. All right. Couple of traffic cars up ahead. Not super concerned with traffic in this race like I was previous at Sebring. Of course, there we had to make up time, couldn't afford to lose it to get out ahead of that traffic, but here much less so. Alright. Thing turned in there, just getting down to the nitty gritty. Our fuel number checks, so probably 2 more laps we got. Should be safe with that. It's our best lap, actually, 48.731. Yeah, we should be able to do 2 more laps there from that one, so this one and then 1 more before our pit stop. So PB that last time by, 48.73, and things have kind of calmed down a little bit, just about a 1 minute lead, give or take. Slow cars there, again, contact actually spinning out Tom, sorry buddy. Light contact though, just very light touch on entry, just rotating around, so definitely some good front end damage on the quarter panels here in the nose, so definitely going to need that fast repair that we got in the pits, so that's good that we can use that. Trying to go around here on the outside. Alex Saunders can, easy. It's another one past, a lap down. Actually 2 laps down, we saw his issue there in that same corner previously. We were fighting through the field. Probably going to overfuel it here at this rate, but that's okay. No worries. A slide there on entry, back end stepping around. We've seen that many times. Under braking, it's all good. Definitely a big push there. Arrow push perhaps, as we're just about keeping on the track. We'll hit around this time by. 10 minutes to go here. A little bit of a mistake there, just struggling a little bit to get the car turned in comfortably all of a sudden. We lost about almost 2 seconds on that lap alone. Of course, we did pass Alex that lap. Well, I was running to Tom, I think, on that same lap, so quite the eventful lap there a little bit. So we can get through David here without issue. Not gonna let us go, at least at that point, so tuck back in. Do need to tear off there. Windshield's getting a little bit dirty. We'll do a burnout here if we're able to win this race, just for fun. We have the fuel, which we should. Get that job done there, back in the power nicely around the outside. Let's go, thank you very much, Mr. Tucker. Sean Nash up ahead, Tony Gardner ahead of that, and one of the Mercs as well. Sarah in front of him might be. I don't remember, can't tell. Maybe we already passed Sarah, I don't remember. But definitely another decent showing for the Mercedes team. Gotta remember to pit right here. Otherwise we will be out of fuel, that would not be good. Hard entry here. One of our worst qualifying sessions of the season here, other than Daytona. We're not counting that because we sucked. There's our dude. Let's see what our gap is here on the exit. Of course, just the 1 second. Just give me 1 minute on the entry, but see what it's looking like here. Solid pit stop. 10 seconds worth of fuel. Did get the tear off in the faster pair. See where we come out here. Should be hopefully a little bit of clean racetrack. We'll see. There's a car right there. It's TJ Majors. Get by his Ferrari there up the hill out of the pit lane. So a little bit of clean racetrack. A couple of cars here, stragglers. Craig Hill and Nathan Wright up in front of us, and then should be looking good after that to have a little bit of clean racetrack. So we can get through these two in a relatively quick fashion without problems. Tight there on the inside. Looks like they're both going to last go, so get through them both. A little bit of drama being squeezed that tight, but no problems. See how we end up here. Probably going to be 4 laps to go at start finish line. See where we're at. A little bit of an exit slide, pretty straightforward. We did our hard work. Just kind of riding around now. We did all the hard parts the first 25 minutes or so of this race. Get slowed in here. Yep, right about 6 minutes, which means we're going to have 4 laps to go in this race. So 5:59 there on the clock. What a great race car. Unintentionally a perfect setup. Feels very, very easy to drive, easy to be fast. Slide around a little bit. The wing is pretty much a perfect combo. Could maybe even go with 1 less and be still good. Just a great set. Alright. For the rest of the pack to cross over start finish line here. Alright, there we go. Front tire's just starting to go off. We'll check at our gap here. About 35 seconds or so. So Dano definitely is closed down. Drew, Kevin Bobbitt maybe with some sort of issue here. Is he damaged, out of fuel? Don't know. Has he made a mistake? Either way, he drops out of the top 15. Alex Saunders, it appears, had another spin up here. Where is he? There he is on the outside, sitting the wrong way, so get through him, no problem. Didn't try to rejoin in our face like a scrub. 3 laps to go. Sun pokes back out from the clouds. 3 laps left here around Watkins. Tom, we dumped him earlier, my bad, buddy. Alex Gustafson up ahead, 22nd out of 40 here today for him. 5 laps of fuel is plenty. No drama. We've done our work here. Easy peasy. Struggling a little bit there, excuse me, just to get the nose turned in. It's all good. A little bit of a slide there from Gustafson ahead. Use second gear to get the car turned back in like we did at Sebring for 16. Oh, there we go. Alright, so are going to use the headlight flash since we haven't for this whole season essentially. Just to let Alex know we are here. Should be 2 laps to go when we get back. Not letting us go yet, so we won't stick our nose anywhere near there. Let them go. Hopefully down the front stretch we'll get to be able to get by. Cisco and Tom up ahead for 2 laps to go. A little bit of aero push there, no problem. Again, just going to slam on the brakes. We'll run in the back of them. Hopefully not too much damage. Car should be okay for the most part. They got to fix that for the AIs, man. That's wild. I'd rather they just keep going and be in the way than do whatever that was. Big slide on entry there from us. Gap opening up just a little bit. Almost 36 seconds now. Still less than 2 seconds in the battle for second and third. Nim has moved up to fourth. Lauren has passed Christopher Bell, and now on the back of Brent, that's for fifth. So, white flag when we come back around for the final lap of this season. Alex trying to look back a little bit. Assume he's going to back out of that, and he does. There we go. Ian is slow as well up ahead. You're even between Tom and Cisco now that Cisco's going around. Slow car of Ian Sudel. Wonder what's happened to him. Let's not make any mistakes here. No road America. A lap and a bit to go in the season, believe it or not. It's been a wild one. Car turned in just about. Nice and smooth. All right. Through 10 and 11 for the final. No, just kidding. Second to last time. I don't know what I'm talking about. Car pitching nicely there. Not hit the wall. Little lift. White flag is up. Final lap. No pressure from behind. Still a nice gap. Over 40 seconds now with some of the traffic. Talked about the traffic at some road Atlanta impacting the race. Not going to impact us here today, just the gap. Actually, Dano's gotten by. Drew has fallen back to fifth and more. Maybe he's having some sort of issue, but this is the last lap, so see what Ian chooses to do here down into the bus stop. We do have a nice run on him. He's going to back out. No, he's not, so we are. Oh, we've been hit. Thought I gave him some nice room, but apparently not. Oh, more contact there. Alex, the car is very broken. He just hit us right in the left front wheel, so I remember getting all these 4Xs. Apparently that's 5. So contact with Ian. Should be able to limp this car back home, no problem, with 40 seconds gap, half a lap. If we don't spin out, it shouldn't be an issue. Don't know what he was thinking there. I made a little bit of a dive, but not that much, and then, you know, we backed out. He went wide and still raced us through the rest of the bus stop. Maybe it was a mistake on my part, but I felt like that was justified. That was a chance to lap up to about 21st place right there. Cisco in front of us. Car very, very wounded, but as long as it doesn't blow up in these last 3 corners, we'll be okay. Shouldn't have any more traffic trouble behind from Greg Hill or anybody, so. A little bit of late drama that we didn't need, but nothing too consequential. Just a little bit of offset left front damage. I think the minor contact we were actually fine. It's the big hit from Alex when he came through that did it for us. So a little bit of drama with Alex more than once, but nonetheless, we come back as we almost die there. Wow, big twitch. And we are going to take the championship. So, winner here today at Watkins Glen. The margin's only going to be about 30 seconds after all that, but we did it. Do our cool down lap, do a nice burnout somewhere. That'll be that. I guess the guys ahead still have to finish their laps. So we did it. We got the victory. Should have been 5 out of 6, but I'm not Travis here, but America. Be an absolute pleb. Cost us that, so it's going to be 4 out of 6 with where we finished 4th at Daytona, and Watkins was actually, Road America was actually our worst finish. I think we finished 7th or 8th there. I don't remember exactly. I don't know what these guys are doing. They're not done yet. They still have to finish this lap, so this is, I guess, not for position because Kevin's a lap down, so. Don't know what Alex is doing. Maybe his car is really wounded from hitting mine. We'll try to take a look. Yeah, he's got some pretty heavy right front damage, but not, enough they should be going this slow. That's kind of brutal. So we'll go down, we'll do a burnout, find out how to turn off this traction control. Actually, I'll look for that right now. Tires looked okay at the pit stop, I guess. Traction control 1. We'll try 1, I guess, could be 10. 12, whatever it is. Don't know. Try slide out of this corner as well, and then we'll see. Maybe we'll spin out. So. Doesn't appear to be that, so we'll try 12 again. What is he doing? These guys still have to finish, do they not? Try 12, see if that works. Anyways, all these other cars come into pit road here to finish up. I don't know what they're doing. I think that they're done, even though they shouldn't be, because they finished in front of me. But whatever, we'll let them do that. We'll come down and we'll do a burnout in turn 1. So 31 seconds is the final margin. Drew does fall back to 6th. Lauren only able to recover up to 5th. I'm gonna celebrate another title. Yep, so whatever this is, you're 12. 12 is the way to go. Victory again here at Watkins. Looks good to me. Alright. 31 seconds of margin of victory there on screen. Check where your favorite driver finished today. That's not named Justin, of course. Just want to see how that impacts. So it does say 12 for the traction control if we load up the downforce set. Goes back to 6. Interesting. So anyways, that's that. Track cooled down a little bit towards the end. Felt like a really good piece today, so happy with it. Happy with the race car and our pace today, and now we get to talk for a little bit, so that's always good. Just about an hour into this video. Yep, strong pace, blah, blah, blah. World champions of the world, 28 points at the final margin of victory. Drew just holds off Nim Cross with his result today versus Nim's, 3rd or 4th place finish? 4th place, probably. 1 point, so 28 back to Lauren, 36 back to Drew, 37 back to Nim. They were the only ones within 1 race. Brent Foster finished 5th, 43 points back. So 4 wins, 1 pole only, actually. That was at Road Atlanta. 5 top 5s, of course, was my mistake at Road America. And then 6 top 10s, so we finished good. Average finish is 2nd. We led over half the laps in the season, just barely. 70x, I guess, technically, with how the 22 or whatever we got there at Watkins. So it's all good. But now we get to talk about what comes next. So next up after this, that was the last season, I guess, but we have V8 Supercar Racing. So V8 Supercar, we've been invited, another kind of invitational thing, like the Porsche Cup race at Nürburgring was. Porsche Cup race, a little bit of a fun one-off race at Oran Park Grand Prix. Now, I know what you're saying. track doesn't exist anymore. There's all sorts of better places, but they'd never asked me to be a co-driver for the Bathurst 1000. Even if they did, you can't do kind of half co-driver stuff. So, anyways, that's neither here nor there, I guess. So, yeah, so that's going to be same deal, 2 laps, 45-minute race, 2-lap qualifying. That is 45-minute race. Field of 24 cars is what we can fit around Oran Park. So next episode you see will be that. So similar rules to what we've had here today, but just Oran Park V8 supercar. We're invited to drive a Mustang, the Mustang GT supercar. So that's what's coming up next, and next race on the channel will be that, and then we got a couple more surprises at the end that we'll show you when we get to that point. But V8 supercar is coming up next. As always, if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and a sub down below so you don't miss any of the action coming up, especially that V8 supercars race. Think I'm missing something, but we're just going to go with it. So thank you so much for everybody that supports this channel. Jarek, Les, Drayster, Vic for painting these great backgrounds that you see here. That's actually our Merc. It is the correct Merc. That picture was from during the race. So really appreciative of everybody that supports these things, and excited to drive that V8 supercar, which it's grown on me recently. So we'll see how that plays out. So thank you all so much for stopping by, and until next time, bye.